What's up, man? What's the deal? Welcome to Stand on the Media. Salute to my Stand on the Media family out there. Salute. Happy Wednesday to everyone. If you are new to this channel, man, much appreciated. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video. Please share the video. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when we drop these videos. So, look, we're going to get right to the content. You already know what you got to do. If you want to speed by this, go ahead, by all means. But we're going to get to the content. So, Reggie Wright been feeling the pressure lately. We have Keefy D that came out and said that allegedly that Reggie Wright orchestrated the murder of Tupac and Biggie, not just Pac, both murders. We have Keefy D coming out saying that. We have channels like the one we're about to use, Discretion TV, Delray Richardson, Choke No Joke. Salute to all three of those channels, man. They've been doing an awesome job covering this. Little channels like mine from time to time, but the big dog's been really on top of this. Then you see 50 Cent post a scene from Training Day the other day where Alonzo, who's the crooked cop, is in a pickle. The walls is closing in on him. So I see Reggie is a little nervous. So what Reggie does, Reggie runs on over there to Vlad TV. Oh yeah, runs over there to Vlad TV. And the interview is a members only interview so far. So for Vlad, it's clearly just about money. Salute to Discretion TV because he makes that point, and I 100% agree with that point that he makes. It's about money for him, and he also has an incentive to make sure that the story stays the same, that it was Keefy D. Because if it changes, then all that he solved, that he is the one who single-handedly solved the Tupac murder, is out the window. I want you to remember that, people. Remember that. But that's not why we're here. That's part of it, but that's not why we're here. We're really here because Wack 100, he brings Wack 100 to Vlad TV to help him in this interview. Oh yeah, Reggie said, let me pull out the big guns. And my question is, why? Why, Wack? Why you go over there to Vlad TV and help Reggie out? You scared of Reggie? Reggie got something on you? We want to know. And I'm going to tell you why I say he should feel that way, which I do think he does, but publicly he should feel that way. Because remember, I just don't want my people to forget here at Stand on the Media what's going on here. But remember?
I'm finna bail out Keefy D.
Just in case for the people in the back.
I'm finna bail out Keefy D.
Now, you know what happened when you said that and tried to do that. Reggie shot that down. Boom, 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 boom. Shut it down right away. But in the public, oh man, I can't tell a man how to make his money and what to do to make his money. I'm supporting him, and I hope Keefy D got his paperwork together, and I hope his paperwork is right. He got to go before he has to have a hearing, and acting all concerned and giving light little polite advice out there, but the whole time setting them up so the play to bail out Keefy D was dead. Yeah, y'all remember. Listen to Reggie.
Yep. So I guess y'all done found how Reggie Wright played chess and not checkers. Well, I had to teach my boy Wack 100 a little lesson.
And you want to know what else he taught him? He said, you know what? That ain't the only lesson I want to teach him. I got to really teach him something because he tried to play with me. He tried to play in my face because let me ask y'all this. Why was Wack trying to bail Keefy D out? If he knows, like he just said in one of them videos not too long ago, the killer ain't even dead. We just let y'all believe that. The killer's still out here. We just let y'all believe that he ain't here. Remember, he said that recently. But why would you want to bail that man out knowing who might be allegedly behind that? And he your handler. But you know what else he did, Wack? That's why I'm asking, are you scared of him? Or do he got something on you? Or is it that he has something on you? Or you just You just gonna be the middleman or I want to call him a minion. You gonna be the sidekick, the runner, the driver all your life? I'm serious. Like, I'm trying to understand because this is what Reggie, we already knew this, but this is what the confirmation was. Remember, Reggie is the one who told us in the movie they changed your name. They changed your name and Stutterbox's name. And he said, I'm only going to say it one time. They changed his name. What they changed his name to, y'all?
What's this truck driver's name? 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 What's this truck driver's name?
Alonzo Zoe Scott. Alonzo Zoe Scott. Alonzo Zoe Scott.
So my question, Wack, is if you know he did all of that, you brought him on the clubhouse to what, chastise him, and you ain't do nothing but leave the room, come back, talk to Scrunchy, and then leave. Not to be ever seen or heard talking to Reggie about the situation again. And Reggie said, by the way, before he got off the phone, off a clubhouse, yeah, I kind of heard what Wack was saying, you know, not to talk to those guys, and they edit, and he heard everything you said, but when you was talking, he left the room because he had no respect for you. So if all that you know and we know, that's what we know, that you know, and you know that we know that whatever is going on between you two, it ain't good and it ain't a healthy relationship. I'll say that for sure, because he put it out there that you CS2BACK, that you an informant. But he only did that because you did this. Let's listen to what Wack 100 had to say in this interview with Vlad. Salute to the team. Stand on the media. Let's get it.
Salute that. #1 Tupac channel host, Valentino. This is SP the Ghost. LOX, keep shining and grinding, brothers. Do what you do.
Discretion TV. I can't make this shit up. Now, recently on Security Guards Vlad's channel, he released an interview with Reggie Jr. And you gotta be a member to see the whole video. It's a money grab for Vlad. But when you watch and listen on the membership and the whole video, blah, 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 he gets a special guest appearance by Wack 100. Now they want the Pac Nation to believe this was not planned and orchestrated, that Vlad, Security Guard Vlad had no idea, that Reggie Jr. had no idea.
Never pay for your internet again. Discover the Ultralink free Wi-Fi router. Built with the same technology used in space stations, Ultralink captures your internet directly from satellites.
That Reggie Jr. had no idea. And this dude Wack had no idea that they would have met up. But you see what Pac fans? It's obvious to a duck that this is a major deflection, a major distraction. Wack 100 sitting on that interview, it shows where everybody else believes that Vlad not only is just a money grab for him, but he don't want to get down to the bottom of what happened to Tupac and Biggie. Drop comments below. Now, these two has a very homosexual relationship. Yeah, I can say that. Wack 100 and Reggie Wright Jr. has a homosexual relationship. Bruh. It's like night and day with these dudes, and I'll tell it to their face. Wasn't it 2 or 3 months ago when Wack was trying to bail Keefy D? Reggie got on his butt first channel and said, "Oh, Wack 100 think you gonna bail out Keefy D? I got the text message to the DA. I'll text the DA." Matter of fact, here's audio. Drop comments below.
That Wack elected to get involved in that particular case or invested in that particular,
invest his money into that particular project, but you can't tell another man what to do with their money, y'all, unless he asks you for something. And I don't think he asked one of us for a penny to do that. Maybe Game, Ray J, or Nick Cannon, or one of them maybe have some say. Shout out to the Wack 100 for making it happen, I guess. You know, he did it. I'm sure it's for business opportunities. I hope Keefy D and your paperwork is solid. The second thing is, you got to go before a judge and testify to the things that where this money came from. There's a hearing, a special hearing that's going to be done for that, where the government and the state of Nevada can go through your books to make sure that this money didn't come from any illegal game.
Discretion TV. Just like the Mike Tyson and Paul fight,
Reggie was so
you could say
concerned.
it was straight fixed. This interview with security guard Vlad, Veggie Jr., and Wack, straight fixed. Drop comments below. Yeah, Veggie ain't say nothing to Wack about being a Tupac hater. Remember, on Veggie's channel, the so-called Pac fans on that channel that love Veggie, they worship him in the wheelchair. They even got signature wheelchairs out that motherfucker, right? They really believe Veggie was a Pac fan. But when you watch the interview with Vlad and Wack stepping in, nothing about Wack being a Pac hater. It was open arms. And next thing you know, these dudes start talking like CEOs. Wait a minute. From the Suge Knight Nation to you dudes, why didn't y'all ever start a record company? If y'all know so much about the record business, according to the Suge Knight Nation, why didn't these two goofballs start their own record labels? According to the Suge Knight Nation, Wack 100, he started fucking with Blueface and Blueface fell off. According to the Suge Knight Nation, Wack started fucking with Game and Game fell off. Drop comments below. You know, Wack No 100, that's what they calling him. He couldn't bail Keefy D out. It was a big thing. Oh, let's get Keefy D out. And when it didn't work, dude packed his bags and left town. But wait a minute. When security guard Vlad got Wack a seat to sit next to Veggie, why didn't he put hands and feet on this dude? This is the dude that messed up your investment. This is why you couldn't bail Keefy D out. Drop comments below. You know, for them to like sit together and talk like they these CEOs of what Suge built, that's crazy. They were seriously pocket watching this dude Suge. For them to try to take credit, Wack said that Reggie sold more units than Suge Knight. That was crazy. Drop comments below. So, according to Wack, he's trying to say when Reggie was selling the Machiavelli, because that's all that was selling on Death Row, you could drop comments below, was Pac music. Okay? So Wack is trying to give Reggie the credit for outselling Suge on his old label. This shit is dirt. Y'all can drop comments below.
I brought up Keefy D. I didn't know about any business you had with Keefy D. You and I have never had a conversation.
Not at all.
About Keefy D. You did not talk about Keefy D in terms of what you were doing with him. I just brought him up because it was a topic that would relate overall to our interviews. And you volunteered an interesting piece of information. And what was that?
I said that I believe he has a bail, and I might just go bail him out if I could do some business with him.
Right. Which was a surprise to me.
Yeah, you had no idea.
I had no idea. I did not bait you into this question. This was not a private conversation.
Bruh.
I did not bait you into this question. This was not a private conversation we had that you told me not to mention. I just popped it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You did not tell me afterwards, hey, Vlad, don't put this part out.
Because you know why? And even today, you know, I kind of got into it with the bail bondsman just the other day. Because the day when they called me, they said, hey, high profile case, they want you to go to a bail review hearing. I said, okay, what's it about? Because I've sent you all my stuff, ID, notarized, property information, everything, right? He said, they just want to make sure it's you, in fact, that are sending these things in. Anybody can have a copy of your ID. You could have got a notary to go do some bullshit, right? You know, they could have just printed up some property that's yours and sent it in. They want you to go on record saying you are, in fact, are the one doing these things, right? So that maybe the night before I get a call. He's like, hey, the attorney is saying you can't discuss if you want to do business with Keefe D. And I'm like, why? Why not? They're like, well, just don't discuss it. I'm like, well, I haven't done any contracts as of yet, but it's conversations of what I may want to do. You know, I've contacted all my people around me to make sure it's doable, right? So they're like, just don't discuss it. I'm like, cool. So when it comes up, I was truthful with them. No, it's not a contract as of yet, but yeah, I'm definitely having conversations about doing some business. Why wouldn't I? So it took the judge 3-4 days to say, all right, I'm not gonna let him out. Now, the minute they did that, they countered, they appealed, because Son of Sam law states that you can't do business with a convicted criminal about what he's in jail for, things like that, right? Which I know that exists, but it's only one thing. Keefe D's not convicted.
Right. He's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
So he's an innocent man right now.
Yeah, he's not convicted. He can go sell his house. Hell, I can go down there and do a deal with him about his, if you die, I want your liver. You know?
Okay.
Submit it to the goddamn courts. No, this is real.
That's crazy.
The crazy part about it is they've allowed Keefe D to do a power of attorney with his family member. The jail. So if you're saying a person in jail can't do business, then why would you allow a power of attorney signing from the jail?
Well,
Things like the 14th Amendment rights.
I get it. Because there was the bail hearing, and you zoomed in during the hearing, and after you zoomed in and they were asking you questions, they actually played a piece from our interview.
Yeah.
In open court. Crazy. I was not expecting this at any level.
I was like, yo, Vlad can't win for losing. Vlad's working with, they're going to yell and scream. Vlad's working with the feds, this, that, and the other. And I'm shaking my head like, I didn't even know I was going to bail the guy out. It was a thought. I thought about it. You know, driving here right now from Vegas, I started thinking about my life insurance policy. And I was like, you know what? Let me call my agent, my brother-in-law, Tony Bowers. Let me see, you know what? I'm putting money in these other accounts. You know, can I put money in the savings accounts that's attached to my life insurance and then kind of structure to where the interest it generates, it stays there. And if something was to happen while I was incapacitated or things got hard, they can draw from that to pay. You know, I'm thinking about these things, right? So I you know, when I'm thinking things, I'll talk about it. Keefe D at the time that me and you talked, I hadn't spoken to Keefe D, not one time since he's been gone. It was a thought. I knew where his son was. I knew how to get a hold of his son. So, you know, at the time we did the interview, it wasn't even, I knew he had a bail. The world knew he had a bail. And I'm like, you know what? I wonder. And that's the conversation we had.
Right. So my interview with you got played in open court where they basically tried to block the bail on the grounds of that interview, in a way?
That's what they tried to do.
Right.
And you can't, because it's not against the law for him to do business with somebody, right? Listen, even if he doesn't, let's say they block his bail, right? I can just say, okay, apply the funding I sent for the bail towards your legal. And I can still do a deal with him. I don't want to do a sit-down interview with Keefe D. If I did the bit, you've done that.
Yeah.
Right? And when Vlad gets a hold of you on several occasions, it ain't too many things you can really ask. I can talk about what was life like in the Vegas County Jail, right? So that's not my angle. I don't need Keefe D on the streets to do what I want to do. Because what I want to do involves and entails actors, his book, and it going to script form for the TV series. If I did anything at all. Yes, would it be great for Keefe D to be free? I think health-wise and going to trial, he has a fighting chance. You know, you look a little better walking in with a suit and tie than coming in with a county jail jumpsuit on the other side. You talking about you on trial for the murder of killing Tupac Shakur.
That Wack elected to get involved in that particular case or invested in that particular, invest his money into that particular project, but you can't tell another man what to do with their money, y'all, unless he asks you for something. And I don't think he asked one of us for a penny to do that. Maybe Game, Ray J, or Nick Cannon, or one of them maybe have some say. Shout out to the Wack 100 for making it happen, I guess. You know, he did it. I'm sure it's for business opportunities. I hope Keefe D and your paperwork is solid. The second thing is, you got to go before a judge and testify to the things that where this money came from. There's a hearing, a special hearing that's going to be done for that, where the government and the state of Nevada can go through your books to make sure that this money didn't come from any illegal game.
Yep. So that was the end of that clip. I just wanted to let it rock. I wanted to let it roll, man, so y'all could really hear everything, right? I was thinking, I had a thought, and this is just a theory. Like with Suge Knight and Wack supposed to get the legal beagle for Suge, and then something happens, I would love to hear Suge's explanation on what happened. I wish he could tell us what really happened with that one. But I was thinking, right, what if I'm looking at this thing not all wrong, but this part wrong? MOs tend to have the tense, the I want to say to repeat themselves, but it depends on what the MO is. But what I'm trying to say is, like, when you have a repeated habit, like Wack has a repeated habit, extortion play, like this is like the second or third extortion play that I know I didn't heard about, allegedly him being involved with. He has these patterns where he everybody has a tale where he does some of the same things, so you can be like, oh yeah, that has Wack 100 signature all on it. What if he didn't have any intentions on bailing out Keefe D? Now I know this one is far fetched. You know what I mean, because there was money that was put up. But what does that matter? Because if it falls apart, the money goes right back. And they had to sell it and make it look real. You know, so Reggie gave us a little information that, hell, we already knew. You know what I'm saying? And he did it in a sly, slick kind of way. He really didn't say it was. He just said, he said that they changed the names of the movie. That's it. That's all he said. I don't know. these dudes run plays so much that it's really hard to tell. You know, some of these it's hard to tell when it's real and when it's something that's organized. Because some of this stuff, even though we call it a play, it ain't nothing to play with. This is real ish. But what made me think about that is when him and Vlad was talking about how how it took fire and it went everywhere, and he was glee about that. That's what made me think about it in that moment. Like, now, I'm gonna be honest. I had said that. I had said Wack had, and I said this a while back, but I was just talking about just Wack, not Reggie also being involved. I said Wack. I said I for some reason I think that I'm gonna bail out Keefy D shit was for clout. That was just to get the recognition, because when he seen that he made it to the news and shit, he was super happy about that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, that's a marketing tool. That's how you can, that would have been a clever way to market yourself. You really didn't have no intent. Because how do you not? You heard what he said. I can do business with Keefy D. That's not what the Son of Sam law is stating, at least from what I read. But it's even more common sense to me. Keefy D, whether he's convicted or not, cannot be in custody. The main suspect on a murder case and profit off of it, off of that story. You know what I'm saying? He can't profit off of telling that story. I'm pretty sure Keefy D could have did other things and it would have been perfectly fine. But Wack just said he couldn't do business with Keefy D. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't believe that at all. I do believe that he can definitely do business. He just can't do that business. You can't profit off of a story that involves murders and you being the prime suspect of the murders, and you in custody and you haven't even been sentenced yet. So I don't even see how that would even work. Why would a person that's facing murder, ain't been charged, do a tell all? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how didn't you know? How didn't you know that? Your legal beagle didn't tell you, hey man, you might need to share. He did say in that interview, he cleaned it up. Because he wasn't saying that before, but he cleaned it up. Said something about his attorney was telling me you can't talk about it. But at that point, you had already talked about it. You had bragged all on Clubhouse about what you was going to bail out old Keefy D. But bail out old Keefy D by his life rights. You had been saying all that. You been said that. You was planting that seed a while before you got to Vlad TV. So that's why I'm saying, your legal beagle, nobody that has any legal expertise didn't tell you, hey man, you might not want to do that. Common sense didn't tell you might not want to do that. Nah, some just don't. We know that was a ploy, but what was the ploy? Was it the reason why I say at first I thought it was just Wack. Now I think if that is the case, just throwing theories out there that it was Wack and Reggie, because the same play that they ran allegedly on Suge. That's why you hear people talking about Suge need to fire David Kenner and anybody that's involved in that triangle of people: Reggie, Greg Kading, Wack 100. What's the dude name? Darren Dupree. Any of them, that circle of people, you need to stay far away from, because they are setting people up to stay their asses in jail in the catch cases. 100%. That's their MO. And sometimes setting people up to get killed. Allegedly. That's what's all being alleged about these people. So I'm just saying, if that was the play, if that was the play for Suge, and it was success. It was successful when because Wack never got the legal beagle to help him get out, so that was successful. It panned out. He was forced to take. You hear Suge say the trucker dude felt there was to bring the legal beagle, so I was forced to have to take a deal. I was forced to have to take a deal. Suge Knight was forced to have to take a deal because the trucker who was an informant allegedly, CS2BACK allegedly, did not get the legal beagle. That forced Suge to have to take the deal. Then fast forward to the Keefe D trial. He's trying to get bailed out. There's other players allegedly being involved in this or being named to be involved, i.e. Snoop Dogg. Who else was also named in this? I know Snoop for sure. But there's some other players involved that may played a part in it that might have some interest to get him out. You get it? Yeah. So we ran that play on Suge. It was successful. Keefe D really a dingbat. Their words, not mine. The way they look at him, not me. Well, I kind of, but you know what I'm saying. This is what they say about Keefe Deezy. He not the sharpest tool in the toolbox, right? Tell him you're gonna bail him out. You be the one to try to bail him out. You be the one, and then we blow it. So he man, these dudes is cold. I'm standing on that's what really happened, and they had to make it believable. You know what? You talk too much. You put it out there about the CS. So I gotta give them something. You did it to yourself, because you wanted to be famous. You wanted to be known. So you told them about the movie with Greg Cadence in the Main Street case. So I gotta give them something. And I'll give it right. I'll give it to the dude send me IL. They'll get it out there. I'm starting to not trust nothing and nobody in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause there's some cold plays being ran, man. I'm a chess player. Don't get it twisted. You know? I just didn't want to play these games like this no more. But I'm on the sideline. I'm just doing the narrating, you know what I mean? But man, this is crazy. What if that's the case? That was the lineup the whole time. I'll leave y'all to think about that, ponder on that. Leave comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think, man. What you think that was really about? This whole thing, what was this really about? Yeah. What was belling Keefe D about? What was that about? What is Reggie bringing Wack 100 to bomb first? I mean, not to bomb first, to Vlad. What's that about? Why did Wack go? If he really threw him under the bus like that, he low-key so-called exposed you, bro. You were exposed. He did it. Even Discretion TV peeped it. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, man, much appreciated. If you made it this far, do me a favor, though. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video. Please share the video. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I drop videos. And I just want to say, man, thank y'all, man, for rocking with us here at Stand on the Media, man. We just grinding, man. We grinding. It was a long day, so I didn't really get to get no content out. Well, this would be put out tomorrow, so yesterday evening, technically. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to really get no work in, so I definitely wanted to do this one. But I have a free week, so we're gonna really try to pump out more content, man. And I'm gonna try to touch on different things. Cause some of y'all just tell me in the comment section certain people that y'all would like to hear me react to. do reactions too, man. I don't have no problem doing that. Give me some suggestions. That would be huge if you can do that. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Until the next son. See you in a minute. And remember this, y'all.
I'm finna bail out KVD.